Today we are interviewing Dr. Greg Chenoweth, President of Bethel College, as part of the Crossroads League Presidential Interview Series. The first question we'd like to ask you, Dr. Chenoweth, is could you describe what Bethel College is all about?
Our motto is Christ at the helm, and for us, of course, it's a nautical theme, the helm, we're the Bethel pilots. And so what that's really saying about us is we're trying in our students to shape a Godward desire for life with credentials for life. And so fortunately, as they pilot their way through life, this is an industry-affirmed need, being a faith-integrated institution. UCLA, for example, a big study, they're saying half of college freshmen want to reconcile spiritual issues during college years. And not many colleges are organized around that. We are. I know employers want people with integrity. We're hardwired for that because for us, our students would be serving not just managers, but God through their work. And so it really helps us to shape in students for service to the world, people who really have a love for the world. Their education shapes that in them because the world left unto itself can unfortunately fall into some kind of ruin if it weren't for the new and the young put back into it with a godly vision. That's really our central purpose.
What makes Bethel College unique and special?
Fortunately, there are a lot of characteristics about Bethel that are a little different than other schools like us. For example, the mere fact that we're urban situated is actually a great thing. We can invite students to benefit from our city, not just the campus. For example, we were voted a top 10 college town in America. We have the #2 largest shopping district in the state. We have 50 parks and all those kinds of things, so it's a real asset. And with that kind of urban-centered context, 23% of our students are of color, and this is important and increasingly important for the way that America's fabric is changing. So we're very much invested in diversity and inclusion. Academically, we fortunately have some distinctive programs with distinctive results. For example, pre-med students are accepted in med school at about double the rate national average. In nursing, their NCLEX pass rates to practice the profession, they're always 4, 5, 6 percentage points above national norms. We have an academic major in American Sign Language, which is a bit unique. And in other areas too, the arts, we have about 10,000 people a year that come and watch theater and music and enjoy that. We're also have an emphasis on mentorship, discipleship, so fully half of our residential students are engaged in one-on-one or small group mentoring and discipling. Financially, we have good news. We're working all the time to make college accessible, and so Money Magazine has ranked us among the top 4% best bang for the buck. So trying to control that. And also service. A lot of colleges do service, and we do too, but we were encouraged to be recognized actually for the proportion of students engaged in community service. #2 in the nation by Washington Monthly. So it's a big part of who we are. We really think of ourselves as wanting to be distinctive and strong at what we do, but also of service to our community. Our zip code should be better because we're here.
Would you describe the role that athletics plays at Bethel College?
Hey, have I learned sports are a big deal at Bethel, and it's a good thing. I was a college athlete, so I appreciate that. Along about 3 or 4 o'clock every day, the north side of our campus and east side, this sort of pastoral, wooded campus transforms into this sort of churning whitewater space where pilots are made every day in mastering the waves of competition, mastering their talents and conquering their foes and all these great things in college sports. So we have, of course, whether men or women, whether your ball is brown or orange or white, whether it's by foot or by hand, it's 1-on-1, it's 1-on-11, we have it all. It's going on every day. High fives, low fives, knuckle fives. It's really a great fabric of our campus. In fact, a little over 1/3 of our residential students are athletes. So it's just a big part. I'm also very encouraged that we've had great outcomes. We've had 35 national championships in different conference affiliations, national affiliations, and so we've had some good success there and a culture to support that. But more than just that, we have, in concert with our mission, we really think about the pastor-coach model. Winning is important, and we should. I think we even honor God as we are refined in our talents and win. But success for us includes coaches who have a pastoral instinct and service, discipleship around their players. Our athletes do well academically. They are retained and graduate at even higher rates of the general population. We have student athletes, but with student athletes we also have pastor coaches. I just think that's distinctive. And it also is a great part of our league because we're all faith-based schools.
What has Bethel College's experience been with the Crossroads League?
I have been very sort of surprised, actually, when I came to Bethel 3 years ago. I remember I went to the first Council of Presidents meeting, and to be honest, I thought we'd have an agenda and vote on a few things and leave. It wasn't like that. There is genuine enthusiasm by the presidents for our league, and I've been swept up in that. I've seen how we have great parity between all of the colleges, various sports, and that's always fun, and sense of rivalries are there. Also, I've come to appreciate that our conference really does have a national reputation for the NAIA. We have a lot of teams that do well in national play, and we're also a very progressive league, I think. We just moved to have a full-time commissioner. Not all have those, and we've talked about make some arrangements for televising some tournament play. So I'd say it's really a high-energy, future-looking league that responds well to what most, and maybe all of our campuses know, is that increasingly sport is not just a playground. It is a landscape where lives are shaped. They have discipline for life academically. They have skills that transfer forward, of course, to their work lives, but also their community service. And in our case, even more than that, this Godward desire to serve Him in all things with a credential.